Hi everyone, let's go over my bullish and bearish Elliott Wave scenarios on Bitcoin, starting on the 4-hour time frame where we are looking for at least a 3-wave structure to the upside in a wave A, B, and a wave C, or potentially continuation to the upside in a wave 1, 2, and then a wave 3 for prices above 49k. In this scenario, the common target area for a wave B is between the 382 and the 886, 41.8k to 39.1k taken from the low to the high of A, and the common target for a wave 2 is between the 05 and the 786, which is between 41.1k and 39.6k. Time-wise, preferably, a low for B or 2 is made after the 0.382 fib time, also taken from this low to the high of A or 1. Currently, the low that we have over here is made before the 0.382 and also did not hit the 0.382 Fibonacci over here. So the probabilities therefore are higher. We are still going to see lower prices to finish this wave B or 2. If we then look at support areas, we have a weekly level over here at 41.5k, and then to the downside we have a blue box just below the golden pocket here sitting between 39.9k and 40.1k. If we look for a 3-wave structure to the upside in an ABC for then continuation to the downside, then this is the scenario that we have to keep in mind. Here we are looking for a bigger 3-wave or impulsive structure to the downside, as after a B2 or X, we are looking for a C3 or Y. Now that might sound very confusing, the fact that I have 3 counts on my chart. However, as I've just shown, the count over here, or the structure in the middle inside B2 or X, is the same for all 3 of these, even for the bullish scenario where we then look for a 1, 2, and a 3. So then we expect continuation, but in all of these scenarios, we are at least expecting a 3-wave move. The common target area for a wave 2 in an impulse to the downside is between the 05 and 786 taken from the high to the low of 1, which is between 43.8k and 46.8k, and the most common target for wave B or X is between the 886 and the 05, 43.8k to 47.9k, after which we then expect structures to the downside to take this low and move below 38.5k. Now if we look at the most bullish scenario, then a wave 2 or B is already finished after wave 1 or A, but as I have explained earlier, this low here did not touch the 0.382 taken from the low to the high, and is also made before the 0.382 fib time, which really lowers the probabilities. This is the low of a 2 or B, and we are looking for price to move to the upside in a wave C or a wave 3. Now when we go back to this scenario here and we look at structures for this wave B or 2, there's pretty much 2 scenarios, right? We're either looking for a flat structure in a wave A, B, or a wave C to the downside, or we're looking for a WXY or a more local ABC. I gotta be honest, I don't care anymore what's happening in this range. I prefer to zoom out instead of zooming in and try counting this very complex structure over here. We hit resistance earlier. We knew this was resistance, the point of control of this part of the chart over here. We were looking for the highs here to be taken at least, found resistance, price moving down, very nice. There's currently no proof of support just yet, and if there's not going to be any proof of support also at the daily naked point of control at 42.1k, we are simply going to look for lower, as we do with this B or 2 over here, because as the range starts to become more and more complex here and many different scenarios start to be possible, the probabilities go back to pretty much neutral, and we just have to wait and see. And instead of going to lower time frames and go to the 5-minute and the 3-minute, I prefer to zoom out and let the chart come to me instead of me trying to follow the chart. So therefore I like to stay on the 4-hour time frame, and I simply wait for either locally proof of support where price then shows me it wants to go to the upside to take the highs, or we're simply going to take these lows, and then we have a little bit of more information where then we're going to be looking for proof of support in this area here, where you know what I'm going to be looking for. More locally on the 15-minute time frame, we have bullish and bearish CVD divergences. However, with this trend to the downside after hitting the point of control, the bearish CVD divergences are very, very relevant, and they already played out as price took this low, and we might actually go for the double bottom that we have over here. So if we then look at the probabilities of the different scenarios, then on the medium time frame, right, which is this scenario here, we are still looking for price to move to higher levels in a B2 or a wave X. But when we zoom into only this structure here, we are looking for price to still move towards the downside, as we want to see a low made inside this area for B or 2 before then continuation to the upside. I hope that this video was helpful or valuable to you. Please check out the most recent educational video I've made about the best trading indicator you can use in my opinion, which is the CVD. And for now, thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'd like to see you at the next one. Bye bye.